Alright guys, welcome back. Treadmill Talks. I'm going for an afternoon stroll today. I wanted to hit the record button, chat with you guys, and talk about why relationships are on hard mode. Or, marriage hard mode. Commitment is hard mode. Basically, why actually having a committed relationship is much more difficult than just being single and seeing girls casually. Hit the subscribe button. That's it. Just hit the subscribe button, guys. Let's grow the channel. I have been inconsistent as opposed to before. My cat is still recovering. I've been getting like 3 hours of sleep if I'm lucky. It's been rough, but I'm gonna try and get these videos out as much as I possibly can. Now, why are relationships on hard mode? Okay, have you heard the old saying where you can never stop gaming your girlfriend, or the game never ends? It just gets harder the longer you go. I would say I would agree and disagree with that. I've done it all. I've done both. And I would say they're more difficult in the time cost analysis and the investment cost. Let me explain. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. When you're a single guy, not committed to anybody, you also don't have to answer to anybody. You can do whatever you want. You can do whenever you want. If a girl that you're seeing gets lippy or like starts complaining, you're just like, I don't have to put up with this because I have no investment in you. Like basically, men that are in this paradigm are always shamed as having commitment issues, and I wouldn't say it's so much commitment issues as it is. Because I'm in this paradigm right now, and it's not so much commitment issues. I've been committed many times before. It's just that we're kind of now making a choice to not have to compromise on our own time. And that's kind of the crux of the entire problem. So when you actually get into a relationship, let's say the first year, nothing really changes too much, right? In the second year, things really start to change. In the second year of a relationship, it starts to need to go somewhere. Which, marriage and living together, all that kind of stuff. Which is fine. That's totally fine, right? That's not the actual problem. It's from the perspective of the man, it's now, well, I've spent 2 years with this girl. Actually, let me go back for a second. The perspective of most men, like 99% of men, is I don't know if I'll actually be able to get another girlfriend. That's a big problem. We'll save that for another video. If that's you, you have much bigger issues, my friend, than what I'm talking about in this video. Actually, guys feel that way after 2 weeks with a chick, and they wonder why they get no results, right? Anyway, so you're like, well, I've spent 2 years with this girl. That's 2 years of time I've now invested in this girl. 2 years of money, 2 years of financial resources, equity, everything, 2 years with this girl, right? And now, so you're like, well, I would prefer, the logical thing is, I would prefer not to lose that 2 years of time investment. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, you're kind of committed, and then let's say your girlfriend is like, hey, why don't you come and meet my parents now? Why don't you come and hang out with my friends now? Why don't you come and why don't I come and try one of your hobbies now? Let's intertwine the lives a bit more. and you know this is a bad idea. You know. You're like, I don't want to do this. Not because you don't want to meet the family and the in-laws and stuff, but because you just don't want to waste time. It's not fun for you. This is how I felt anyway. That shit's not fun. I'll never do this ever again. I will never, basically the crux of the problem is you don't want to do something, but you are doing it not to lose your 2-year investment. That's the bombshell of this video. Fuck, 2 minutes in, 5 minutes in. That's the whole problem. So, on the one hand, she's like, I want you to meet my family, or I want to move in together. Where's the ring? Insert any kind of level up, do you know what I'm saying? Or any kind of commitment increase. So when your girl does that, it's basically kind of like an underhanded ultimatum to a certain degree. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I would like us to move in together now. That's what she wants. She wants to progress her story. And now you're left with a choice. A, you comply to preserve the investment that you have in this girl. B, you do not comply because that's what's best for you and your time and what you want. Because you know that meeting the family doesn't have any goal whatsoever but just to make her happy, right? It doesn't serve anything for you. So basically, if you say, no, I don't want to comply, basically what you just said is, what she just heard was, there's no future with this guy. I'm not going to get what I want long term. That's what you just said. So basically, you lost the 2 years of investment and you just started kind of the countdown to the end of that relationship. Now, there's different lanes that you can go down here, right? Now, let's say you actually do comply and you, with the request, meet the family, move in together, get engaged, whatever, or even just be monogamous with her, 100% committed monogamous. Even that's like kind of there too, right? So let's say you have 2 years of investment in this girl, and then you comply. Well, you just signed yourself up for more investment and more compliance down the line. What you can't say yes one time and then say no 2 years later. Do you know what I'm saying? The longer you spend with her, the more likely you are to say yes to those compliance tests going down the line. And this is why divorce happens constantly, because men go down these compliance ladders. You know what I'm saying? So when's it gonna end? So anyway, 20 years goes down the road, and now you're not even the same guy anymore. All you're doing is just complying with whatever she wants, just so she doesn't leave, because you've already invested 10 or 20 years into this girl. Do you see the problem here? How it's a self-fulfilling flywheel, like a loop? Ultimately, what happens is she loses all attraction for you. She created her own unattraction for her man. She created a doormat that she can walk all over. She took the pants off of you and put them on herself. And welcome to divorce, right? So you can already see kind of like the conundrum here. You're damned if you do and you damned if you don't, right? So if you go down the compliance ladder and just do whatever she wants to protect your investment, basically what that is you're protecting your time, because you invested all your time into that girl. So you're trying to protect, it makes sense, right? You're logically trying to protect what you worked hard for to achieve, and she can take it away at the snap of her fingers. In fact, so you gave her 10 years of your life, she can take another 10 and not be with you through the divorce courts. So now, not only are you protecting your investment, you're protecting your future by complying. It's twisted, dude. It's twisted. Now, the other lane, the lane where you don't comply. So, you know, this is probably the most unfortunate part of dating in 2026 for both genders. Let me explain. So not complying is actually mostly the correct approach. Let me explain. If you don't comply, you know and she knows, you both know, that the clock's ticking to the end of the relationship, whatever, right? It's ticking away. Now, what she will start doing at that very moment is putting out feelers to start monkey branching. So she knows you're a dead end. She needs to swing to another branch to try and achieve her goals. But that doesn't mean she's gonna stop spending time with you, not right away. And that doesn't mean she's not gonna stop sleeping with you, not right away, right? She doesn't wanna feel that loneliness. So she's basically gonna use you as like a doorstop to the next guy, right? Now, what you should do is the exact same thing. So, when she does the compliance request and you refuse, start planting seeds and opening threads with other women so that you can monkey branch as well, right? Now, here's the crazy thing, and this is why they'll call you like a man boy, commitment issues, player, all that kind of stuff, right? Here is why this works. So at this point, you have to understand that she will start going on dates with other men behind your back. She won't call them dates. They will just be group hangouts and stuff like that with her friends. And you won't be invited or you won't go because you've already refused. You've already said no to that compliance part of her life. Do you know what I'm saying? So but this is okay. You have to accept this. You have to be doing the same thing. Now, the only move you have to make, the only move is the open door policy. What is the open door policy? The open door policy is the door is always open for you to leave and come back. But I will never comply and close the door. What that means is you kind of alpha widowed her in that regard. She wanted you to commit. You said no. Now, I'm not saying, we'll clarify what commitment means. I'm talking about like the huge compliance ladder steps, right? So you didn't want to commit. Therefore, she's like, damn it, I couldn't lock this man down. I need to go find me a beta. She is going to have such a hard time finding a guy that will make her feel like she has to work for him. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many layers to this shit. So basically what you did, she's gonna go on, the relationship will end. You have to let it end. It's gonna end for a few months, even 6 months. She will always come back. The open door policy. The reason why she won't even sleep with other guys, trust me, the reason why is because you were the one that she wanted to commit and you said no. So now what happens is you've trapped her in her own validation-seeking spiral. She wants you, nobody else, and you won't give her what she wants, which makes her more attracted to you. And so now you refused the compliance. You don't have to compliance ladder for 20 years. You don't have to protect your investment. There's no investment to protect. And you keep your girl. In fact, what happens now is you have a rotation of them that keep doing that. And that's how that works. You refuse the compliance from all these women. They leave and they come back. They leave, they come, open door policy, baby. And what happens, it's like birds. They venture out, and then they're like, holy shit. The compliance of all these other men does not match the non-compliance of this man. Therefore, I'm just gonna agree to the non-compliance of the alpha and not deal with all these betas. Dude, this shit is fascinating. Fascinating. Now, the stage where I'm at now, so that's your 2 lanes, right? Comply, get divorced in 20 years, do not comply, and now you're a player with a rotation, but you never end up having a family too, though. So the part that I'm struggling with personally is how the hell do you mesh the two, right? I'm not an expert on that, because clearly I've tried to mesh the two, like 3 or 4 times now with long-term relationships. And every time I'm in a long-term relationship, I'm always battling this fucking compliance ladder that the women thrust upon me, right? And then currently, right now, I'm doing option B, where I just say, nope, I don't care, I ain't doing it. And now I got a rotation and the open door policy. But I want a family, so I don't know what to do. That's the whole fucked up thing, right? But anyway, my theory is the only thing I haven't tested, which I didn't know about in my previous, I kind of did and I kind of didn't, I knew subconsciously, was like, here the law is really tricky on this one too though. So like I was gonna say dread game. Your girl, even in a long-term relationship, your girl has to see you attracting other women all the time so that she doesn't step up and request compliance from you for like the future. Do you know what I'm saying? The problem is, even if you move in with a chick for like 2 years, the common law will she'll take half your stuff anyway. So yeah, I don't know. Honestly, that's a conundrum I'm trying to work through right now. When I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. Because I would like to have a family and children, but there is no way in hell I will ever... Sorry, I'm just looking at my cat cam right now. I will never comply to a female's requests ever again. I won't do it. I will never take care of another family ever again. I got my own parents to take care of. I ain't taking care of your parents. I ain't taking care of your degenerate siblings. Do you know what I'm saying? I gotta take care of my own family. So I don't know how to create a family with a girl and also not have the issue of having to, you're not just, you know how they say you're not marrying her, you're marrying her family? That's kind of true too. Where like, now it's not just the time cost of you hanging out with her, the family dinners, the Thanksgiving dinners, the get-togethers, the barbecues, my toilet's broken, my car is broken. Hey, you know how to fix computers? Can you fix my It's that compliance ladder, man. It will eat away at all your damn time. And if you don't do it, her family and friends will poison drip her against you, and they will turn her against you if you don't compliance ladder. It's the craziest shit. So the best thing to do currently that I've tested and that I've currently experienced is the open door policy and no compliance. Because currently in the dating world of 2026, that seems to be the lesser of the two evils for men. It does. It's like, what else am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Do you want me to just comply and get divorced in 20 years? Or do I just say, I'm gonna do what's best for me and have more women attracted to me as a result of it? That sounds like a them problem, to be fair. Do you know what I'm saying? That sounds like a them problem. So let's say the last thing. Let's say you are in a relationship and you've already been in a relationship for a long time and you're already trying to protect your investment and you've already gone down the compliance ladder. Well, shit, son, you done goofed, but I've been there. I got experience on that one. Now, the first thing is, it would depend on how long you've been with this girl and how far down the compliance ladder you are. And if you are unaware of how far down this rabbit hole you are, it's basically a direct correlation of how attracted your wife is to, or your girlfriend is to you. That's what that is. So if you've been married for 10, 15, 20 years and you're having sex once a year, you know how far down the compliance ladder you are, right? If you've been together for 1 year and you're still having sex every day, you're not as far down deep into that rabbit hole and your girl is still highly attracted to you, right? It's, again, women create their own worst husbands, man. It's insanity. So anyway, what you need to do if you are in that situation and you want to protect your investment, first of all, I know it's easy to like say as a guy on the camera, but you should not be scared to start over. Don't be scared to find a better woman if you deserve one. Now, that's not saying that your woman did all this compliance shit intentionally. They all do it unconsciously because that's what society tells them they need to do. And they think it's an injected idea. They think if they get their men to comply, it will make them happy. They don't know it's the exact opposite. The man that doesn't comply is the man she's attracted to, okay? Now, what you need to do, step number one, if you're far down the rabbit hole, you gotta get in shape, period. You gotta go hit the gym. Number one, I don't care, doesn't matter. And it's not about, okay, it's not about getting fit. It is and it isn't, but it's like, it's not really about that. It's more about she needs to see you level up in real time. You need to, so it's the subtle things. It's like, you're at dinner and she orders an ice cream or a cake and you say, no, I'm good. I don't need dessert today. I don't want to eat any sugar anymore. I'm concerned about my health. Even if she's even if she's a whale, who cares? You do you. You don't shame her for her decisions. You lead by example and you do you. And the reason why this is so important is because it displays what it basically is in their mind is they get this, because they're such monkey branchers, they can see a monkey branch before it happens. So they can see the monkey branch from a mile away. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to like display the monkey branching behaviors, not on purpose. You should just go to the damn gym anyway. Don't be a fat bastard. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just like a byproduct of you going to the gym. She doesn't know if you're flirting with other bitches while you're there. She doesn't know if you're on your phone the entire time you're there. She doesn't know if you're actually lifting, getting in shape, whatever. You should actually get in shape though, but that's step number one. The reason why She does not know why you're leveling up. And you can just be honest too. You can be like, hey, I'm not happy with myself. I don't feel sexy in my own skin anymore. I'm ashamed to take my shirt off at the beach. And just be honest, like I'm gonna fix this. I don't like this shit. And you do that. Now, you told her the reason why, but she's still gonna see the monkey branch. And that's the important part. She's still gonna see that shit. Now, that's step number one. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get that attraction from your woman back. That's where the dread game kind of comes in too. After you are physically fit, you start to put yourself in situations where you are able to display your mastery in front of other women, in front of your girl as well. It's key. What I mean by display your mastery is, if you go back to that video I made about how every man can be a contextual alpha if you zoom in far enough. So basically every guy is good at something. What you want to do is show off those skills to the opposite sex while your woman is watching too, so that other women are like, damn, this guy is really good at this, whatever the heck it is. Guitar, if you're a janitor, you buff the floors like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? You do that shit. Now all of a sudden, your woman's like, oh yeah. Like a light bulb goes off. Oh yeah, I actually got with, this was the man that I was attracted to in the first place. And the other women can see his value too. Also, having a ring on your finger kind of helps too, funny enough. But it's like, oh yeah, he is kind of valuable, isn't he? Oh, he's been kind of going to the gym too, hasn't he? Now here's the thing. Here's the thing about women that nobody really talks about. Even though the law is in their favor, they kind of don't know that it is. Like, let me explain. Like, they know consciously, but they don't know subconsciously. So you know how the reason why women want to get married in the first place is for security? But the actual marriage itself means nothing. The guy can still leave. So in their heads and their dinosaur brains, if they see other women hitting on you and being attracted to you, they're not like, the law is protecting me, I don't need to worry about this. They still get that, because we're apes, we're monkeys, right? We've only had technology for like 100 years. They don't know that the law will give them half your net worth. They're not subconsciously aware of that legal firewall that protects them. They're still worried that you're gonna bang the secretary and leave and go off with her. That's still an irrational fear that they have, which is good for us. We need that that irrational fear that they have is the only thing that can get a long-term relationship back on track. Because if they're subconscious, I think it's becoming more and more of a problem as like in 2026 and stuff. Like women are becoming more aware of it. That's the biggest problem. But like if you find you a girl that has that, you know, fear that you're gonna bang the secretary and leave, that's the one that you lock down. That's the one that isn't aware of the legal firewalls, right? Anyway, you get in shape, you display your mastery to other women, you make it so your woman knows that you can monkey branch to that secretary, and you can't fake it. Here's the final point of this video. We'll dive more deeper into this in a future video, but the main point to all this is you need to actually be able to monkey branch. There should be girls sliding into your DMs. You don't have to respond to them. I actually had this in my old marriage too, like tons of DMs, man. I never responded to them. In fact, when you tell them to fuck off, they want you more. And now, if you do get divorced or split up, you have the monkey branches available to you. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what you want. So you want, it's like, you fake it till you make it kind of thing. You start off going to the gym. You start off displaying mastery. You start off displaying value in front of others in social groups and stuff. And then what you find is that you actually do get the options to monkey branch to other women and cheat on your girl. You get those opportunities. And your woman will pick up on it. And when she picks up on it, your relationship is saved, my friend. Yes, I have tested that one as well. Anyway, guys, but the reason why that doesn't work long term is because that shit's exhausting, man. So I still prefer the other option B for now, where you just don't comply in the first place. But that's like a pro tip for the guys that are already 10 years deep that can't really, that's what you guys gotta do. And unfortunately, you gotta do that for the rest of your life if you wanna hold on to that relationship. Anyway, guys, that's the key. We'll talk more in another episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you found this video valuable. Relationships are hard mode. They are worth it though. Relationships are awesome. Having someone that cares about you is fucking awesome. Do you know what I'm saying? This isn't like a bash video. It's good stuff. Anyway, guys, subscribe, share the video. See you in the next one.